Okay, good evening, everyone. It's 7:45. Still 13 participants are here, but we have to start because uh, otherwise time might be a problem. Uh, okay, so today is your last session of educational measurement and evaluation. So I told you that we have to discuss some questions on that. Um, And before that, we have to complete the session. Uh, there is a small part to be discussed. So we discuss this part under sessions 10. We discuss about the first part of this. That is histograms, frequency polygon, then frequency polygon and schooners, percentile cumulative frequency curve or OGU. We discuss about this. So today we have to discuss about, in short, very short, about normal probability curve or normal distribution curve and its uses. No need to go for calculations with normal probability curve because it's going under educational statistics part. It is another particular subject area. So in this level, just the basic knowledge on that is enough. We don't go for mathematical calculations based on normal probability curves. There are mathematical calculations based on normal probability curve, actually Z-score even. We have to calculate using normal probability curve, but that comes under educational statistics subject. It is a particular subject. And also, I told you that in statistics, there are two parts, descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Inferential statistics also comes under educational statistics. So we don't go for such type of calculations. So this level, this is enough. So the last session is just the introduction of a normal probability curve. So last day we discussed about histogram, then how to complete the frequency polygon using histogram, and also then the schooners of normal or cumulative frequency polygon, schooners of frequency polygon that comes under normal standard curve also. So there are two types, skewed left and skewed right. If the total if the marks of the students are distributed like this, that is called skewed left. It means the majority of the students got low marks, high marks, and the small amount of students got low marks. So this type of papers are very easy for students. So the second one, skewed right, that is the majority of students got low marks. So this type of papers are very hard for students. So for a proper paper, normally the distribution should like this, symmetric, at least not just like symmetric, but at least it should be in the median of this curve. Because too easy papers or too difficult papers are not appropriate for students. Then we discuss about OGIV or percentile cumulative frequency curve. So there are two types, more than type and less than type. For more than type, we have to consider the lower limit of the class limit, lower class limit as x-axis. For less than a give, we have to use upper class limit. This is how we have to obtain data from OGIV or percentile cumulative frequency. Up to that, we discussed last day. And then we discuss about percentile rank, and we discuss some questions on set score, T score, and those percentile ranks and those calculations we did. This is today's one, normal probability curve or normal distribution curve and its uses. As the introduction, sorry. Normal distribution is a theoretical distribution curve. Actually, that is theoretical. Actual data may not behave just like this as the normal distribution, but it can be near to the normal distribution. That is why we use this normal distribution curve as a block. We use it as a block. It is a theoretical distribution of values for a population and has a precise mathematical definition. So data values that are a sample from a normal distribution are said to be normally distributed. If our data are behave like normal distribution curve, so we call it as normally distributed. If not, that is not normally distributed. So it was first found by the mathematician Abraham de Moivre in 1733. He used this formula to explain it. This is a complex formula. No need to memorize that formula. This is just for your knowledge. That formula is fx, that is a function, equal 1 over sigma root 25 e to the power minus x minus mu squared divided by 2 sigma squared. You know, mu is the mean. Last day we discuss about those notations. Mu is the mean, sigma is the standard deviation of x. So E is complex number, no need to go for that. And Z, by looking at this part of this formula, x minus mu over sigma, you have to memorize that, that is Z. We introduce Z score as x minus mu divided by sigma or x minus x bar divided by S. This is Z score. So based on Z score, he introduced normal distribution formula. That's why when we when we were discuss about Z score, I told you that it comes from normal distribution curve, and at that point I also included some parts of the normal distribution curve because it comes from Z score comes from this normal distribution curve. So let's see why we have to consider about normal distribution. Many measurements are normally distributed or nearly normal distributed. Examples: height, weight, heart rate, all are measured with scale with possible values. But there are some instances and also averages of measurements are normally distributed. Example, daily commute time. Yes, many averages, some of the averages are normally distributed, but there are some examples which are not normally distributed in day-to-day lives, like daily commute time, and when the sides of dice, when we put the dice, the sides of dice, those are random. As example, the random incidents are not normally distributed. Here, The assumed data is normally distributed or assumes normality. It means this is our normally distributed curve. Normal distributed curve is this dark blue curve. So in this histogram, it denotes the practical data. So when we keep the normal distribution curve as the block, as I said you earlier, so we can see that small parts are away from this normal distribution curve. Therefore, we can assume that data are nearly normally distributed. It is called assumes normality. Not really normal distribution, but we can assume that it has a normal distribution curve. That is what this part says. So normal distribution curve is, we call it as a bell-shaped curve. It is like a bell sitting on the ground. When we put the bell on the ground, that is like this shape. So these are the features of normal distribution curve. We discussed these things at Z score also. Normal distribution curve. In the normal distribution curve, we know mean, median, and mode are all coincide each other as the central line. So then, from mean value to one standard deviation from left and right, it covers 68%. From mean value to two standard deviations, right and left, it covers 95%, and from mean to three standard deviation, it covers 99.7. So the features are, it is defined by mean and standard deviation. Mainly, we define normal distribution curve with mean and standard deviation. And in standard deviation curve, mean, median, and mode are all identical. And this shape is symmetrical and it is bell-shaped. Here, when we go to the calculations with this curve, we have to use specially organized tables like log tables. Like log tables, there are Z score tables and T score tables like that. Chi-square tables. There are so many tables, so we have to go for such calculations. That's what this blue color words mention. This is the normal distribution curve here. So the brown color one is, this shows same mean value, but standard deviation is different. When same mean value means both peaks are identical, but the heights are different because standard deviations are different here. In this one, both mean values are, here mean values are different, standard deviation values are equal. Therefore, heights are equal, but midpoints are different. This is how they vary with mean and standard deviation. Here, both mean value and standard deviation are different. This is the identical curve. And then this is how it shows the symmetricity. And then it is bell-shaped. So within these slides, It shows the features of normal distribution curve. First one, it is completely defined by the mean and standard deviation. So second one, mean, median and mode are identical. Third one, symmetrical, and fourth one, bell shape. So first one, it is defined by mean, mode and median. That's why this graph shows it. So this one, mean, mode, median are identical, and then symmetric and bell shaped. This is the example for these curves are away from normal standard deviation curve. That is called non-normal distribution, that is non-normal or has two humps instead of one. Here there are two peaks. It indicates that there are two different groups that are mixed up the data. If the normal distribution curve is like this, it means there are two sets of data, but they are mixed up here. That's why this type of curve is there. For example, heart rates are usually normally distributed, but the data has resting heart rate for two groups, athletes and inactive people. So if both data are mixed up each other, so you might have this type of normal distribution curves for inactive people and for athletes. So that is the example. There are possible theoretical distributions. Many statistical methods depend on data coming from normal distribution. But there are some, those are called nearly normal distribution. We discussed them. But there are some examples that the data are not normally distributed. So those are called random tests like that. Then individually throws a six-sided die, then coin flips, then pass or fail checks in manufacturing, waiting time in a line, time to failure of batteries or other electronic appliances, then file sizes of videos posted on internet. So those are examples which are not normally distributed. There are some not normal distributed examples, and also there are some methods to verify whether they are normally distributed or not. So those are called visual tools. We can use some visual tools to check whether they are normally distributed or not. So first, there are so many visual tools. Here we discuss only this because others are not for our syllabus. So this method is using the histogram. So first we have to draw the histogram for this type of data. If you have data which are not normally distributed, as example, waiting time in a line or individual throws a six-sided die. So then using that data, we can draw the histogram. So then draw the histogram and we can put the normal distribution curve as the block, as we discussed in the previous slides, like this. So if we put the normal distribution curve here, you can see that these data are not normally distributed. So that is a visual tool to check whether the data are normally distributed or not. So normal distribution curve is the probability curve. As a summary, normal distribution curve is a theoretical probability curve, distribution curve that that is for values of population, and it has the mathematical definition. So if you ask what is the normal distribution curve, that is the probability distribution curve, which was introduced by the particular mathematician. That is based on mean, mode, and median. So that is used to check whether the data are normally distributed or not. And also we can check the distribution of data set by keeping the normal distribution curve as the block or as the reference. So those are the main things you have to remember about the normal distribution curve. So those are the things I want to discuss about normal distribution curve. So last day we did some exercises. So if you want to clarify something, you can ask. Before going to this, I want to. Okay, then this is our syllabus. So we did all these 13 topics. So first one, educational measurement, assessment, and evaluation. That is the introduction, and we discuss assessment methods, evaluation methods, and those things. Then taxonomy. Under taxonomy, we discuss about all three domains. Then measurements in cognitive domain, development of test items in cognitive domain. Like that, measurements in affective domain and measurements in psychomotor domain. Then types of assessments and evaluation. There we discuss about new trends of assessments, and also validity, reliability. Very, very important two topics. We discuss about those things under session 7. So then correlation and its users. Then classroom tests. Then descriptive statistics, frequency distribution curve, central tendency measures. Under central tendency measures, we discuss about mean, mode, and median. Then dispersion, standard deviation, and variation. Then comparison and combination of marks, normal distribution curve, today we did, and translation of scores. Under translation of scores, we discuss about Z-score, T-score, hallmark, McCall mark, then percentage rank, and we discuss some exam questions. So those are the things we had to cover under this course, educational measurement and evaluation. So it is 4 credit subject. So you will have 3-hour paper with 30 MCQs and selection type. You have to answer 6 questions. So let's discuss about this paper. This is part 2. First part is MCQ questions. MCQ paper consists of most probably 30 or 28 questions within 45 minutes. So then within 2 and 15 minutes, you have to complete 6 questions. We are given 9 questions. From that, you have to select 6 questions and answer. That is the normal way, but it may differ according to the mood of the exam. It is online or on site, it may change. So that is the normal procedure. So let's discuss, and you have to answer. You have to speak, okay? First one, explain the cognitive. Before that, these are the things I told you. At the end of the paper, you will be given the related formulas like this. X bar, S, O, R. By looking at this, you have to identify what are these formulas. And you have to have the ability to use them for the correct question. But there are some other equations for mood median. They are normally they are not given to you. Therefore, you have to memorize the equations for mood and median. Those two equations. Others are given, but mood median are normally not given. Mood median equations sometimes may have. Okay, answer any 6 questions only. First question, there are 9 questions. We have to discuss these 9 questions. First one, explain the cognitive skills, application, analysis, and synthesis, which was described by B.S. Bloom in his taxonomy. How can you explain? Most probably one question will carry 12 marks. It means here there are 2 parts now. So 6 marks for first part and 6 marks for second part. Altogether 12 marks will be allocated for one question.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes.
Then how many words is the word limit used for the answers?
Yes, 6 marks means you have to use 1 page or 1.5 quarter, like that. 1 page is enough. Actually, the number of words means this type of question, explain the cognitive skills, application, analysis, and synthesis. There you may you don't no need to write the words within one paper, or no need like that. But the thing is, the idea should be there. It means you have to explain what is application with example. Better to give the example if they ask or not. That's enough. Application, analysis, synthesis. It means you have to define what is application. Define means no need to go for definitions. In your words, you have to explain what is application. Then give example. Then what is analysis? Give example. What is synthesis? Give example. So, if it is clear, you can write it within 10 or 12 lines. That's okay. Full marks will be given there. That's the thing here. Did you get my idea?
Yeah, madam. Thank you.
So how do you explain application, analysis, synthesis? By B.S. Bloom. Those are higher order cognitive skills. You normal example application. Example with your subjects. Application is the ability to use the knowledge, ability to apply the knowledge to practical situations. Example. Can you remember? In this session, we also did some questions. Questions means
Solving a mathematical problem.
solving mathematical problem.
Using a concept
Very-
or a principle.
Yes, correct. That is application. Yes, solving mathematical problem. Better to give example, not like that. It means, yes, you can write solving mathematical problems. Example, then you have to write the example. It means we can take the width and yes, length and width of the tile and the length and width of the room. Then you can calculate how many tiles you should buy to cover the whole floor, like that. Those are that example. Another example. Another subject or anything.
Forming sentences using the grammar we learned, like verbs, adjectives, anything.
Yes, very good. That is a good example. Yes. Then what is analysis? Analysis, synthesis. That is opposite to each other. Analysis and synthesis. Analysis is
Breaking parts and understanding the organizational
yes,
structure of the parts.
yes, very good.
Example, explaining blood circulatory system.
Yes, very good.
And synthesis, putting parts together as a whole. Example, writing a summary essay.
Yes.
So
Yes,
if you
it's
write
clear.
this kind of information, is that
Yes.
enough?
Yes, that's enough.
Okay. All right.
What about others? So did others understand her examples? She described it clearly. So then second one, make suitable multiple choice questions, MCQs, to measure knowledge and comprehension of the student. One question per each, very easy. You have to make MCQ, your own only two MCQs to measure knowledge, one for measuring knowledge and the other one for comprehension. So here, when you make multiple choice questions, you have to memorize what are the things we have to consider about MCQs, how to prepare the responses. So be consider about those things and make two MCQs. It's very easy. So second one, what do you mean by the term student-based assessment, SBA? like performance-based assessment. In which domain we use performance-based assessment? PBA, cognitive,
Psychomotor.
yes, psychomotor domain. We have to use performance-based assessment. So what do you mean by the term student-based assessment? What is the important, why is it important to assess the student-based performances? What are the new trends in assessment? How do you define student-based assessment? Define means how do you explain? There we have to give a particular task with given within given time period. They have to complete that task. Within that task, we have to give them clear instructions in order to measure their psychomotor skills. No need here. We don't know. We don't want to measure their cognitive skills because always we use cognitive. We measure their cognitive skills, but rarely we have to use student-based assessment. Why? We can't use SBAs or PBAs frequently. Why? What is the reason for that? Why we can't use SBAs or PBAs frequently? Like cognitive skills, like cognitive tests.
Because it is time consuming.
Yes, very good. It is very time consuming, and also we have to plan it. To plan it also, we have to consume more time. Therefore, practically, we can't use it frequently. Uh, That's why we have to use PBO or SPA only if there is necessary. Only if it is necessary, we have to use it. When we use it, we have to clearly plan it and give them clear instructions. Within that time period, we have to observe the students' performances. Uh, Step by step, we have to observe them. We have to measure them. We can't wait until the last moment. So like that, you can explain. Here you can explain within half of a page, or like that you can explain. Then why it is important to assess the student-based performances? What do you think about that?
To evaluate individual abilities and skills.
Yes, to evaluate individuals' ability beyond cognitive skills. Otherwise, we can't measure their psychomotor skills. So like cognitive skills, it is important to measure psychomotor skills also, because there are more students who have who have more psychomotor skills than cognitive skills. So as educationists, we have to grab them also. Therefore, we have to assess the students using student-based performances. That's why in the within the term we have to use at least one SBA for a particular subject. So what are the new trends in assessments? What are the new trends? There are new trends, new words, new vocabulary, new words in our vocabulary, in new trends. What are they for assessment?
Creativity, critical thinking.
Yes. Yes, those are the creativity, critical thinking. Yes, those are the abilities. How can we measure them? New trends to measure. Yes, we have to measure those things. What?
Rubrics.
Yes, very good. The new trend is rubrics. There are two types of rubrics. What are they? Holistic and analytic rubrics. What are the other? The main thing is rubrics. There you can explain rubrics. And what are the other things? Because
Portfolio.
of, yes, portfolios.
Mm,
E-journals. Yes, very good. E-journals, portfolios, then e-magazines. Uh, 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 what? Presentations.
Open book assessments.
Yes, open book assessments, especially in online tests. We can use open book assessments. Yes, very good. Like those are the things we have to write here. Third one, what are the main features of selection type questions? What are the main features of selection type questions? In which domain in selection type questions? What is the domain?
Cognitive.
Yes.
Cognitive domain.
Yes, cognitive domain. There are two types of questions, selection type and essay type.
Supply type.
Yes, supply type, selection type and supply type. So what are the main features of selection? Under selection type, there are three types of tests. What are they? Matching tests.
Two alternative variety.
Yes, two alternative varieties.
MCQ variety.
Yes, MCQ varieties. Multiple choice questions. So what are the main features of selection type questions? There are three types. Main features. Can you remember? Can we measure? Yes.
Easy to write.
Yes, easy to write means easy to answer. Yes, easy
Yes.
to give answer. Yes. Other one?
Can
Can we
cover
measure?
the broad
Huh?
range of syllabus.
Yes, it can cover the whole broad range of syllabus. Then
Less time duration to answer.
yes, less time duration to answer. What about marking? No
Easy
need of
to mark.
yes, easy to mark. It means no need of subject experts to mark them. Uh, yes, main features. Those are the main features. So what are the main features of a successful MCQ? For a successful MCQ.
Using simple words,
Yes.
using
have to use
authentic,
simple words. Then
authentic words, usage of
yes, usage of authentic familiar words.
best to leave one blank for one answer.
Yes. Then what about the responses? All responses should be
It is easy to score answers.
yes, easy to score answers. Yes, it means we can guess the answer here. When we talk about main features, the responses, all responses should be in the same type. It means one response, if assume if one response is in figures, the other response is in words. That is not a good successful MCQ. So all responses should be in the same type. Then from the stem and the responses, it should from the stem and the responses, it should cover the whole sentence. It should complete the sentence. When we consider the stem and the correct answer, it should complete the sentence. And the responses should be in ascending or descending order. If it is figures, it should be in ascending or descending order. So the other. What about the clues? There should be from the responses or from the stems, there should be no any clues to the answer. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of two choice questions? Now we know advantages, that is like selection type. No? Then disadvantages, two choice questions.
It measures the simple learning outcomes. It means
Simple.
limited to the knowledge, learning
Yes,
outcomes.
yes. Very limited knowledge can be checked there.
Can't write creative answers.
Yes, it means can't measure the creativity of the candidate. What about the guessing? Guessing probability?
Less.
Not less, high. There are two choice questions. Two choice questions means there are two choices for answer. It means there is the 50% probability to guess the answer.
And two choice questions mean two alternative varieties that
Yes.
is both the same.
Yes. Yes, two alternative questions. So those are the advantages and disadvantages, you know. So fourth one, what are the methods of structuring the essay questions? Can you remember? Why we have to structure the essay questions? Why can't we give the whole essay questions? Why we go to structuring it? Think of an essay in Sinhala or any language. You are asked to write the essay or explain something or anything. There, that is the open question. Assume that
Having
it
the
is
freedom to write the answers on their own.
yes, the candidate has the more freedom to write the answers. So then, what about the marking it? There is no particular for an essay. We can't make the definite marking scheme for that, because the essay question is a broad question, so the candidate can elaborate on any side. Therefore, we have to limit the candidate. So those are the disadvantages of essay type questions. In marking schemes, we can give only the guidelines. We can't give the separate marking scheme for that. Therefore, subject expertise should be involved there to evaluate them. Those are the disadvantages. To get rid of these disadvantages, we have to structure the essay questions. So what are the methods? There are three methods. One is without giving the open question, like yes, evaluate the
Constructing questions with parts.
yes, constructing questions with part. That is one method.
Provision of a frame for the answer through the question itself.
Yes, we can provide the frame. It means we can limit their number within 250 words, like that. We can give them the limit. The other one?
We can control the answer by the marks.
Yes, that is structuring. That is, it includes in we can structure the essay question by part by giving the parts. That's in it.
Constructing questions based on table, pictures, and graphs.
Yes, pictures and graphs. Constructing the questions with pictures and graphs. Those are the three methods. Rather than giving the open question, like evaluate the particular characters like that, it is better to structure the essay type questions by by dividing the marks like that. Those are the main three methods. Very good. So what do you expect by structuring the essay questions? We already discussed about that. That is to get rid of those disadvantages. So what are the important things that we have to consider when structuring the essay questions? What are the important things? When structuring them, especially we have to consider about the marks, allocated marks, total marks, and if we structure it by part, we have to allocate definitely, like her said, we have to allocate the marks. Then
We can use definite action verbs.
yes, we have to use definite action verbs. Other one?
Planning the test using a table of specification.
Here no need to go for a table of specification, because in table of specifications there you have you have to remember, in table of specification there are particular skills we have to mention. It means knowledge, application, comprehension, like that. In essay question, most probably we measure the students' comprehension, application part like this. If we go to specification table, but it's also okay. It might be a small specification table, so okay, okay. We can construct small one. Yes, okay. Then after structuring the previous essay question, the previous questions meaning should be there in the structured question. So that is very important, because sometimes the essay question, the previous question is there, but after structuring, the questions are separate from the previous essay question. So that is not good. Therefore, it is very important that content. So like that, you can write 3 things, 3 or 4 things there. Fifth one, what do you mean by the words reliability of test scores and validity of test scores? Reliability. What is reliability?
Reliability means the consistency of measurement obtained by using a measuring instrument.
Yes, very
And
good.
validity means the appropriateness of the measuring instrument to accomplish the expected outcome.
Yes, very
Or
good. Yes. So she gave the very clear answer. So then, what are the factors that affect the reliability of test scores? What are the factors?
personality traits,
Personality. What? Personality?
traits of the examiners,
Yes, yes, yes. Personal traits of the examiners.
and professional experiences,
Huh? Then what about the environmental factors, and the mentality of the candidates. Yes, those are the factors. And health factors of the candidates. What are the steps you have to take to secure the content validity of the test? What is the main step we have to take to secure the content validity? Before going to content validity, in validity there are main three types. What are the three types of validity?
Phase, content, construct. Phase validity, content validity, construct validity.
Yes, very good. So then under content validity, what should we use under content validity? Sorry?
Making a table of specification.
Yes. Yes. The answer is we have to make the table of specification or blueprint. Like she said. Then what are the steps? They are the steps means they are you have to write the we have to make the specification table and then the steps of that. It means you have to define what are the skills you have to measure them, then what are the content of the test. So like that we have to go by step by step. Then we have to decide which type of questions we have to give them. Then in which question, what is the number of yes, is it like MCQ or essay question? Or then using that table we have to decide all those things. So next one, sixth one. See, up to 6 also there are no any calculation. Then only you have calculation. So if you if someone is unable to do some calculations, and if he or she can read well, so also can do the exam very well. Sixth one, why is it necessary to transform the test scores? Why? Last day we discussed. Why is it necessary to transform the test scores? So the answers
To
were
compare the scores.
what is
Direct comparison of two scores.
Yes, we have to compare the two scores. Why?
To measure the real ability of the students.
Yes. We want to measure the real abilities of the students. That is why we have to transform the test scores. There you can write the you can explain it by taking the example also. Is like if we compare the students with all subjects together, that is not fair, no? Therefore, we have to transform the scores regarding their mean and standard deviation values. By giving your own examples, you can explain it. What are the strengths and weaknesses of the percentile rank as a converted score? What are the strengths and weaknesses? We discussed it last day. PR, percentile rank, which we obtain it from the percentile cumulatives curve, frequency curve.
Easy to calculate from norm group.
Yes. Easy to calculate. And also easy to interpret. Easy to find out. It means no need to go for curve, cumulative curve. By looking at the percentile cumulative frequency, you can find the answer. So those are strengths. Weaknesses.
Internal information are not.
Yes, very good. Internal informations are not interpreted in percentile rank. Means it gives only, if the number is, assume, if you are asked to find the percentile rank of 30, it means there you you give the answer which the what is the percentage of the number of students who got 30 marks or below 30 marks. Rather than there is no any description there. So it gives only a rough idea about the performances, weaknesses. Another strength is they are in percentile rank. If the number of students are that does not depend on the number of students, because if the number of students are 20 or 100 or 150, we give the answer for percentage 100. Therefore, it does not depend on the number of our answer does not depend on the number of students in the sample. So then, what are the features of Z score and T score? What can you say about it? What are the features of Z score and T score?
Z score, standardized score.
Yes. Z score is a standard score, and Z score depends on what? It is defined by using mean and standard deviation of the students. Then when we talk about the features in Z score, what about the answer from the Z score?
Decimal.
Yes, we can have small decimal numbers then.
Negatives, 0.
Yes, negatives and also zeros may be there. Z scores. In T score or McCall score,
Positive.
yes, in order to get positive answer,
Yes.
there T score is defined by using
Mean 50.
yes, what constants. Constants means for mean value it
Mean
use
value is
yes.
50.
Mean value is 10. Standard deviation is
50.
yes 50. So within that calculation, we can get rid of negative marks and zero values. Yes, those are the features. There you can write the equation for Z and equation for T square. T score. So like that, try to give the complete descriptive answer as much as you can. Next one. Given below is a frequency distribution table which was based on mathematics marks of 50 students. Make the cumulative frequency and percentage cumulative frequency columns for it. You can do it, no? No.
Yeah.
Yes, frequency, then cumulative frequency. Then what is the next column? Cumulative frequency.
Percentage.
Yes, percentage of frequency. Then
Real limits.
no. No need to go for limits here.
Bit
They
value.
are,
Bit value.
sorry,
Bit value.
no need to go for mid value. They asked to make the cumulative frequency. It means here frequency column is there. Then you have to add another column like CF or cumulative frequency. Then percentage cumulative frequency. I ask you before. So at once you can't calculate percentage cumulative frequency. No. Before go to the percentage cumulative frequency, there should be another column. What is that?
Percentage.
Frequency
Yes.
percentage.
Yes, frequency percentage or percentage frequency.
Frequency.
Yes. Then last column is, yes, percentage
Cumulative.
cumulative frequency. That's right. Yes, that's what I wanted to tell you. At once you can't draw percentage cumulative frequency. Before that, percentage frequency column and then percentage cumulative frequency column. So then you can calculate it. Please do them. Now you can do it and try to do it by yourself. Then calculate its median mathematics mark. How to calculate median mathematics mark here?
Mid value.
Yes. To do that, we have to use mid value. No, so no need to go for the particular column there. First, mid value, median value means mid value, you know. So then, using cumulative using cumulative frequency column, you can identify the median class. Median class.
6 to 64. 60 to 64.
60 to 64. Then, yes. Now, yes, you can identify that class 60 to 64. Then what is the next step? How
Can
did
use
you get
equation.
60 to wait? How did you get 60 to 64? What is the cumulative frequency for this one? 60 to 64?
50 total, 25th and 26th.
Yes.
Yeah. But 22 low range, 55 to 59 to CF, the 22. But next class 60 to 64, 25th and 26th position.
Ah, yes. From cumulative frequency, it come 1, 3, then 6, yes, 3, 6, 5, 11, 22, yes, 25 and 26 is within this class. Therefore, median class is 60 to 64. Then what is the next step?
Apply the equation.
Yes, we have to apply it for the equation. What is the equation?
L plus n by 2 minus f.
Yes. L by 2. Yes, n by 2 into f minus f. Yes, L into x minus f divided by f into I. So L is the real lower.
Low limit
Yes,
of
real
the
lower limit.
median class.
Yes. Then you can substitute those values into that equation and find the answer. What about others? Only Gayani gave the answers. What about the others? Can follow? Salma, can follow? Shafiq? Nadika? What about others? If you have questions, please ask. This is the final day. Then draw the frequency polygon for the given data. What to do? Draw a frequency polygon for the given data. Mayumi, can you answer? Vithanage.
First, we have to take real limits.
Yes. We have to take the real limits. So no need to draw a particular column here. Just draw the x-axis and mark the real values. That's enough. So no need to start from 0 here. You can start from 30 like that. And then in frequency line, it means y-axis. Maximum number is 11. In x-axis, you have to start from which number? 30?
32, 80. No,
No.
85, 34.5.
34.5.
5.
Yes. Then the last one is 80.
84.5.
Yes, 84.5.
Nice.
So then you have to draw the again the frequency polygon here. Then there are two methods now to draw the frequency polygon. First, you can draw the histogram and then mark the midpoints of that and complete the polygon. That is one first method. So the second method is the second method.
Only the values we mark and get the polygon.
Yes, only the mid values. It means
Mid value.
yes, mid values. In x-axis, your mid values are there, should be there, and the frequency. It means within the class 35 to 39, what is the mid value? 30?
7.
37. So first data point is in x-axis, that is 37, y-axis 1.
Yeah.
Yes. Then second data point is 42, 2. X-axis
2.
42, yes. Y-axis 2. That's easy, I think. So then like that, you can draw the polygon, complete the polygon. Then what is a standard probability curve, which we did today? You can explain it like it is the probability distribution curve. It includes mean, median, and mean values, and like that, you can explain it. 8 here. Given below is the frequency distribution for English marks of 100 students. What is the range? Hasan Mihiranga. What is the range here? Nilupuli?
$63.
Range 63.
3.
Yes. How did you get that? Answer is correct.
92 minus 92 minus 30 plus 1.
Yes, very good. Did others understand? Here within this intervals, so the least number is 30 and the highest number is 92. So the range is 92 minus 30, that is 62. 62 plus 1, 63. That is the range. Then what is the mood mark? What is the mod mark or mood mark?
Yes. 65 to 71. 65 to 71. Class.
Yes. Yes, mood class is 65 to 71. It means highest frequency. The class with highest frequency, 65 to 71. That is the class. Then we have to find the mood mark. Then what to do?
We can use
Apply the
equation L plus
equation.
delta
Yes,
E
very good.
means.
We have to use equation.
L plus
Yes, L plus
delta 1 over
uh,
delta 1 plus delta 2 into I.
delta 1 over delta 1 plus delta 2 into I. That is
I.
the equation. Yes. Using that equation, you can calculate the mod mark. Then calculate its mean. Calculate its mean.
We have to find the mid value.
Yes, mid value as, yes. First one is step is we have to find the mid value. It means we have to add another column x. Here range now. So within range we can't do anything. So therefore we have to consider the mid value x. That is x. Then
Cumulative frequency.
Fx.
yes, fx. Yes, very good. Then you can use this equation. Here, the assumed mean value, mean equation is here. So if you don't want to go for assumed mean, you can use sigma fx over n. That's okay. I think it's sigma fx divided by sigma f. That's okay. So then calculate the standard deviation. There you are given also the equation for standard deviation here. Again with assumed mean. It means d value is there. If you don't want to go for d value, you can use x. It means sigma fx squared divided by
N
n
by sigma
minus,
fx
yes,
divided by
sigma
n square.
fx over n square. No need to go for assumed mean and deviation d marks there. Given below is the mean and standard deviation of grade 10A students for 4 subjects: English, Maths, Sinhala and Science. Those they are given the mean value and standard deviation value, and summons marks are also given there. Summons marks for English, Maths, Sinhala and Science. What can you say about summons performances on given subjects? What to do here?
We need to find the z score.
Yes, we have to find the Z score and then elaborate on that. It means by looking at the raw values of the of someone's scores, we can see that he got highest mark for science, then he got lower marks for English. But when you calculate Z values, the results may be different. So then calculate Z value for all 4 subjects and then elaborate on that. The last question. The science marks of 10 students for first and second terms are given below. First term test marks and second term test marks for given 10 students. Find whether there is a correlation between the marks of 2 terms by calculating rank correlation or coefficient and elaborate on it. Calculate the rank correlation coefficient. It means Spearman's rank coefficient, correlation coefficient. So it is given there, equation is given there. Now what to do? According to the equation, D is there, capital D. What should we do now? To find the correlation D, can you remember capital D? To find capital D value before going to D, what is D? And to find D before that, what should we do? Can you remember?
Rank the marks.
Yes, we have to rank the marks. Very good. Afra? It means we have to draw the table. First column is student. Second column, first term test marks. Then better to take it as X. First term test marks as X. Then next column, take it as RX, rank of X. Then next column, second term test marks, take it as Y. So the other column, RY. It means rank of Y. So when ranking, the number 1 is given for the highest or lowest value.
Highest value.
Highest
Highest
rank.
value, yes, number 1 for highest value. Like that, you have to put numbers 1 to 10 there. Then for Y or second term marks also there. Then now you gave the ranks. RX, RY is there. Then D is the difference of RX and RY. D value. RX minus RY. That is D. Then square that value. That is D square. Another column there. Then take the total of the D square values. And then according to this equation, just substitute it. 1 minus 6 into sigma D squared means addition of all D square values. Divide by N is the number of students. That is number of students 10. 10 minus 1, 10. Within bracket 10 square, 100 minus 1, 99. So like that you can calculate. Then you have to calculate, yes, R value. Based on that R value, you have to elaborate your answer. If the R value is near to 1 or not 1, if it is near to 1, it means there is a direct correlation between first term test marks and second term test marks. If your value is less than, it means it is near to 0. It means 0.3, 0.2 like that. It means there is the correlationship among first term test marks and second term test marks are very low. It means the combination of those term test marks are, there is no combination, no particular combination between those term test marks. Like that you can give your ideas. Second one, The following R values were obtained by a teacher from the students' marks on mathematics, English and Sinhala. Maths, English, Sinhala. R value means correlation values were calculated. It means they calculated the correlation between English and Sinhala, English and Maths, English and Sinhala. By looking at those R values, you have to define those results. How to do that? Here, maths 1, English 1, Sinhala 1. We know there is a correlation. See, maths, Sinhala. It means same subject, no? So no need to elaborate on that. So just take this 0, 9, minus 0.9. Sorry, minus 0.9. It is in correlation between English and maths. Here same one, English, maths and English same. So take only one value. Minus 0.9. Minus 0.9 means high negative value, high negative correlation. Negative correlation means if the English marks are increasing, maths marks are not increasing. That is opposite to each other. Negative correlation. Negative high correlation there. Means there is a negative correlation between English and maths marks. It means if the student got high marks for if he got high marks for English, we can't say that he may get high marks for maths. Definitely it will low marks for maths because there is no the correlation between English and maths is very weak. That is minus 0.9, opposite. What about 0.2?
Low negative correlation.
Not negative, but low correlation. Yes. Low correlation. It means if the maths marks change, we can't say that Sinhala marks also change with that. Then 0.8. That is?
Highly positive.
Yes, highly positive. It means when English marks are increasing, most probably Sinhala marks also increase. Like that you can define, you have to describe those results. There's another paper. I want to wait. That's that paper. Yes, this is the second paper. Another paper. Educational measurement is not linear and it is relative. Explain this. Also, explain the difference between formative and summative assessment. You know
We can
that.
see, madam.
I can't see. Oh, wait. Now, still can't see.
Yes, ma'am, can see.
Can see.
Yes, now we can see.
Ma'am.
Educational measurement is not linear and it is relative. Explain this. What can you say about that? Educational measurements are not linear. Why? So we can't measure the educational skills like cognitive, even cognitive, affective or psychomotor directly. To do that, we have to give them test. Using test only, we can measure their skills. So when we go to the test is not the direct method to measure the skills. It means when the student write the test, it depend on the there are many factors depend on that. It means environmental factors, mental factors of the students like that. Therefore, from the educational measurement, most probably we can't get the real exact values. That is why we have to go for specification tables in order to reduce that errors. That is also relative. Relative means we measure measure the skills of the student relative to the given test. So like that, you have to explain it. Then explain the difference between formative, summative, you know. Explain the cognitive skills given by two specific objectives per one skill as examples. Knowledge, application, synthesis. It means you have to give two specific objectives for knowledge, two specific objectives for application, two specific objectives for synthesis. Then explain the importance of identifying the specific objectives of the lesson clearly when organizing the assessment. Then explain the factors which should consider when preparing the matching test items. Name 4 factors which should consider when preparing multiple choice questions. And also make 2 MCQs. Explain 3 advantages of supply type. You can explain 3 methods of structuring the essay. We discussed it. Measuring behavioral series is an essential part in personality test. Explain this statement. Personality test. Psychomotor domain. Measuring observational series. Affective domain. Measuring behavioral series is an essential part in personality test. There you have to explain what is the personality test, then why we use of behavioral observations there. Then what is the meaning of the word authentic is performance-based assessment, you know. Briefly explain the three factors that cause the reduction of reliability in the marks of an achievement test. What are the three remedies you can take to increase the content validity of an achievement test? Again, calculation. Here, Spearman's R, calculate Spearman's R to find whether there is a correlation between X and Y, then interpret on R. It is similar one. Attendance dates and marks. When attended dates are increasing, marks should be increased. Then you have to calculate R and take the R value. Most probably maybe nearly 1. So then based on that, you have to interpret your answer. Given below are the marks of 2 subjects. Mean and standard deviation marks for 2 students in grade 10. Convert those raw marks into Z, then explain about achievements of 2 students. Sorry, not 2 students, printing mistake, there are 3 students. Achievement of 3 students, there are 2 subjects and 3 students. Here also marks for 3 students. My printing mistake, I translated from Sinhala medium one, so it's my mistake. 3 here, it should be 3. Here also 3. So then given below is a frequency distribution table. Then calculate the mean and standard deviation. Interpret the distribution based on mean and standard deviation. Here, given below is a frequency distribution of marks of students for Sinhala. Calculate the cumulative frequency and cumulative percentage frequency. Draw the cumulative percentage curve. Find the interquartile range. There you have to find Q1, Q2, and then difference of it. Using cumulative percentage curve. So no need, here you can't use equations. There you have to draw the cumulative percentage curve, then mark Q1, Q2 on the curve, and then extract Q1, Q2 values from the curve. Then here if you calculate it using the equation, marks will not be given. Understood? That depends on the type of the question. So those are the things I want to discuss with you on the papers. Do you have any questions? And then if you don't have any questions, please go through all of the reading materials. I will put these papers also into your group, and also all the subject content will be updated in your LMS. So you can take, if you are, if there is any problem with the phone, you can take it from the LMS also. So then be prepared with the examination. If you don't have the questions, we can wind up the session. So then, good luck to you all, and thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.